Warning. We are not journalists. We are not players. We aren't even in a union. We simply love the Premier League and happen to live in America. We are not experts. We will say dumb shit. Thank you and welcome to Premerica.
We are Premerica, my friend, and we'll keep on fighting in the Champions League.
Hello and welcome back to Premerica, a very special edition where, of course, you must grab your friends and let's talk Prem. But today, we're talking Champions League because we have a little preview, Final 8 for Champions League, starting tomorrow, Tuesday the 7th and Wednesday the 8th. It's the first
You could say we're into
round of
the
legs.
business end of the competition.
Oh, hey, he's
Ew.
got the jacket on.
I'm getting real
Ew.
sick of this shit already.
Ew. Ah,
No collared
Alright.
shirt, but the man brought a blazer.
continue.
We are at the first of the two legs of the quarterfinals, and we decided to bring you a little special edition pod looking forward at the Champions League this week. And in between the two ties, there's also a very important Prem weekend. So we are on the precipice of a very exciting next 9 or 10 days of football.
Very much so.
And we wanted to chat a little bit about it. And so how do we want to do this? Sam, do you have a plan?
Yeah, I mean, I think, listen, like the reality is that this is best time of year. There's a month and a half left of the Prem season. We're into the final 8 of the Champions League. 2 Premier League teams left in it. They happen to be 2 of our 3 teams. Great. But this is it. I mean, this is last date of the. Yeah, sorry, Chelsea. But no, this is the last. This is the last day of the Champions League. This is the absolute stretch run of the Premier League. We'll skip over the 2 cup competitions because Lord knows our teams can skip over that, and it just doesn't get much better than last.
I don't know. Maybe you want to touch on the FA Cup while we're here.
Yes, sorry. Once you guys stop playing League One sides, we'll check in on
Fair
how
point.
Chelsea's doing.
Fair
But no,
point.
I mean, this is the best time of year. There's a month and a half left of just absolutely electric football.
This is where legacies are made. You know, this is the time of season where, you know, the stories are written, the songs are made, statues are risen. This is the fun time of the season, so I can't wait to crack in.
Let's
Stories
start...
are written, statues are risen is a good line, dude.
Risen.
Good line, dude.
Michael, I'm going to go ahead and write that one down, use it again. We'll see if you can use it yourself. So let's look at tomorrow's games. Let's just start, maybe go day by day. Tomorrow's games are one that's not as exciting, but it's our friend Michael's team, so we'll talk about it. But the more tantalizing, the Madrid Bayern game. That's a pretty meaty fucking matchup, and very very exciting. And also, let's start there, and then we'll get to Arsenal. So looking at Madrid and Bayern, can someone articulate in 20-30 seconds the 2 teams, the styles, just something about them so that I generally know, but I would like to say, can we get a little...
For those who don't know, to summarize, Real Madrid is the biggest team in the world, okay? They have been for forever. They're known for having Galacticos, like the stars of stars, coming over to Spain, your Zidanes, your Ronaldo, your Cristiano Ronaldos, et cetera, et cetera. They still have incredible players, and they have an incredibly entertaining style of football, whereas Bayern is just a machine. They are the German machine that just absolutely dominates and rolls over teams and has a storied history in the Champions League themselves. So, you know, these are 2 on the Mount Rushmore of European giants in terms of in the football world, and they're both in great form, and to be a really, really fun contest, frankly.
Yeah, it's a clash of titans in the round of 8. I think so Real Madrid has won the most Champions League titles. They've won 15, which is
it's just stupid.
So
which
far
also hasn't been around that long.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Bayern has won 6, which places them 3rd all time. And I think, what's crazy about this matchup is that both teams are a little neither team is absolutely at their peak of powers right now, I would say. But that being said, Bayern just beat Atalanta 10-2 in the last round, and Real Madrid just absolutely waxed City. Play style wise, it will be fascinating because Madrid is a counter-attacking team. Madrid sits back, looks like they're getting beat, a lot.
Yeah.
And then they just score.
And then it's like Vinny Jr. is like
but so
40
this is kind
feet
of
in
thing.
front of anybody
Real
else.
Madrid plays a style of football like a low block Premier League team, like a Burnley or whatever. But then when they get the ball in the counterattack, they pass to Mbappe, Vinny Jr., Fede Valverde. And it's just like they just have like the greatest attack ever, but they just use them on the counter. And it's a wild thing. And Bayern is much more, wants the ball, plays like a machine, will play through you, physical. It's going to be a fucking hell of a matchup. Boy, I honestly don't really have a gut. Do you guys have Michael, do you have a gut feel on this one?
I have no idea. But it's match weeks like this where I wish they would just not play both games at the same time. Like, can't they just spread them out?
Totally.
You know what I mean? Because I want to watch both of these games. Like,
are they both at the exact same time? Are they kicking off at the same time?
They're both starting at the same exact time, which I personally don't get. Why I like it, for the group stages, I totally get it.
No, that would be like starting the 2 Elite 8 games at the same time in college.
It doesn't make any sense. You're cutting into your own viewership, but whatever. So, I mean, honestly, my gut is telling me that it's going to be Bayern. I don't know why. Just, they're just such a strong, solid team that just absolutely methodically works through. They just wear them down and they just like end up, grinding them into bits. So, it could go either way, but my gut's telling me Bayern.
Yeah. So tomorrow's at Madrid to start, and then they will go to Germany the following week. So we will see what happens. That will be a fun one.
Yeah, we'll see. I will say, regardless of what happens, I will be watching that one. No offense to Michael, to you and Sporting. But yes, at the same time, on the other side of the bracket, is now the other match, which is Sporting versus Arsenal. And I will say, before everyone is like, oh, Arsenal's got such an easy path, this is why they finished top of the group stage. Like, Arsenal finished number 1 in the group stage, and as a result, they have gotten to, relatively speaking, easy matchups. So, I don't know. I guess
but you never know. And Sporting is not a bad team.
No,
they're definitely.
Well, they looked pretty bad when they were getting 3-0 booted in the first leg of the.
Yeah, but Bodo's a special. Bodo's a special. We don't even need to talk about that. They are. I mean, God bless them. The Norwegian
Sporting is, absolutely no pushovers. They're a very good team. They are probably the biggest team in Portugal, realistically, and have been for years and years and years. There are some storylines. Obviously, Victor Gilchrist was on Sporting last year, kind of had a falling out in the summer. Kind of refused to play and was forcing a move. So there's going to be.
He's also, I'll be the first to admit, he's hot right now. He's hot.
He's playing well.
He's playing well for club and country.
3 goals for Sweden, right?
And he got a goal in our last game. He's got 17 goals in the season, which is tied for second most in a first season in Arsenal history. So, despite next to Alexis Sanchez is the only player to have more. So,
it was a much cooler stat until you said it was Alexis Sanchez.
Alexis Sanchez is a beast, dude. He was really, really good, especially for us. But it'll be an interesting matchup. We've come off 2 really bad results. Heavily rotated sides both times. No excuses there. But I'm hoping we can get more of the first team on there and get more back to our normal form. Hopefully, our blip was in the EFL Cup and that FA Cup.
Give us in 20 seconds or less, state of the Arsenal fandom. Last 2 matches, you've gone out of both cup competitions. EFL Cup final against City, FA Cup.
I like that. Fan temperature. More
fan temperature.
How
20 seconds or less.
How the fans feeling?
I don't want to see Kepa play again this season. Is the fan temperature here? It's not great, but if we're going to mess up, I'd rather us mess up in the EFL and the FA Cup than the Champions League and the Premier League. So not ideal, far from ideal, but you dust yourself off. We get more of our first line guys in there and we go again. What else can you do?
Yeah, go again.
Yeah, it is interesting because you're playing. You played 3 days ago?
Mm-hmm.
You're playing this one. Then the Premier League clubs play 3 more days in the weekend. Then 3 more days. I think it's at this time of the year too when the schedule is as condensed. Like, I don't know. It's tough. Michael, do you happen to know who Arsenal's strength and conditioning coach is?
I actually don't know.
It's got to be one of the toughest jobs, especially for Arsenal, because how do you keep the players fed and sustained when they are all so allergic to silverware?
He's so funny with his blazer. Oh.
All right,
Honestly,
let's go
makes
on to
it
the Wednesday
funnier.
games.
It's got
You
a
know,
it's got a commentator vibe to
That's
it.
fine. That's fine. Listen again.
Let's move on to Wednesday.
We'll see what happens the rest of the season. We'll see, how things shake
That
out.
was so
What
much
else
more
can you do?
egregious than when I said Arsenal versus Wolves, and that made you so much more angry than this did, for the record.
Sam is bitter. Sam's bitter. He's having a tough season. I get it. It's okay. You know what I mean?
I think
he's got to
also
get his pops in where he can.
I got to get my pops in where I can. Absolutely. This is pretty much all I've got left is an FA Cup pop, so I'm going to take it and hand up. But at the same time, I think it's a little bit more predictable. Mike, the reason we got last time was that was during stoppage time meditation stuff. And
we're like chilling. I'm in like a Zen space. All of a sudden, I'm getting grenades thrown at me out of nowhere.
It was so unintentional. Oh, that's funny. Well,
let's
wrap that up. Let's move to Wednesday. Wednesday we'll start with the all Spanish quarterfinal with Atletico Madrid and Barcelona, and they start in Barcelona.
First leg's in Barcelona?
First leg is in Barcelona.
This is a juicy one too. Like, Atleti is a notoriously will sneak up and beat the big boys, especially in this competition. They always overperform
so well.
This is fascinating because it's like, boy, I mean, obviously Barcelona is doing well in the league. Obviously, we don't really know what that means. They then went out and smoked Newcastle. This is again, it's same thing you said earlier in the last one, Mike. Like, God, I wish these were 2 hours apart because, like,
right.
I have to watch Liverpool, but this is an epic matchup.
It's a great matchup, and then these teams know each other so well. Like, they've played so many times. It's like it's honestly, it's almost like a derby game. You know what I mean? Where you just sort of throw it out. You throw all the records out, all that. There's there's some bad blood between these teams, and it should be pretty fun.
And I should add that these teams played each other in La Liga 2 days ago.
What was the result?
2-1 Barca in Madrid.
Wait, that's sweet. That's also sweet that none of us knew that.
But there was a red card.
Pass.
Red card in the first half. There's a red card in the first half. But I was just curious if they'd played what the results were.
No, it's an interesting point. So wait, sorry, finish yours and then I'll go on.
Well, they had a red card after the first half, and then Atleti they lost 2-1, but they were 1-1 going into a full half of red card, and they got like a stoppage time winner.
Yeah, well, to this point, and Michael, to your point, I think what's awesome about this is when you get in the round of 16 or round of 8, when you get two teams from the same league playing, it's just extra toss everything up in the air. You just have absolutely no idea.
Yeah.
It's kind of similar to like when like two Big Ten teams play each other in like the Elite Eight or Final Four. It happens so rarely, and just like these teams know each other so well, but the stakes are so much higher now. Like, usually what it means is you can pretty much bet your life there's going to be a red card. You can pretty much bet your life it's going to get fucking
They had one
nasty.
in their game on Saturday. There's going to be some
It also tends to take on a totally different style than it does in the league. Like those teams, I bet you this game is going to be totally different than the game I totally did not watch the other day against Atletico Madrid and Barca. Like, it's going to be a totally different style.
We won't know because we didn't.
And I will have no idea, but I will be tuned in.
No, it's a fascinating. It'll be super, super interesting. Winner of that gets winner of Sporting Arsenal.
Yes.
Yeah. God, it's just all so juicy when it gets down to the last 8 teams.
Yeah. A Barcelona Arsenal, a Barcelona match would be.
It would be a Premerica.
Safe to say. Yeah.
Not quite a Premerica Civil War, would you say? But like a Premerica World War, maybe? With Spence.
Yeah. We'd have to find some way to like live stream that with the two of you. Actually, you guys would never go for that, nor should we do that.
No.
But
absolutely not. There's no upside.
There'll be really good pre-content. We won't even we won't even try to do post-content, but we'll do good pre-content.
Agreed.
It'll be a simple over-under of how many minutes can Michael and Spence last before one of them pisses the other off so much that they stop?
It will be not. I'm going to turn my phone off. If I even say like,
start.
"Hey, GG, good game" from Spence or some shit like that, I will lose it.
All right. Let's quell. Let's move on to the final game.
Yes.
PSG Liverpool, which is another fun one. But I will say, and I will share that Sam and I watched the first leg of the Chelsea PSG match, and PSG is just, they're a scary team. When they're a fun team to watch too. That the open play, the way they move around the fields. I mean, I really haven't seen another team play like that. Like they are dangerous, and a Liverpool squad that is hurting and is still struggling. Sam, how do we feel? Actually, let's ask you the same question. What's the current fan temperature at the moment?
Actually, first, can I address a thing on PSG really quick, and then I'll
go ahead.
Temperature.
Yeah.
The interesting thing about PSG is that so they absolutely waxed Chelsea in the last 30 minutes of the first match, and then the first 30 minutes of the second match. So they waxed them for like a combined 60 minutes, and so the scoreline was 8-2. But I'm looking back because I'm looking over because I've got the knockout stage thing pulled up on FootMob, which no surprise is just laid out perfectly in the app. It's just like
beautiful.
So nice.
We love you, FootMob. Please sponsor us. Thank you.
People forget in the round of 16 they squeaked by Monaco. They won 5-4 on aggregate, and in both matches Monaco got a red card.
That's right.
So they won 3-2 and then 2-2. So it's like, then they trounced Chelsea. They're the defending champs. Again, you throw away league form. But I think to your point, what's interesting about PSG is that they just are genuinely the most fun team to watch play. Yeah. They're like the last of the true, just play beautiful style of football. And that just makes it really fun, admittedly.
So
it is fun. It was fun to watch.
You're saying there's a chance. Is that what I'm hearing?
Got it. So now to the state of Liverpool Football Club and the fans. So 20 seconds or less. I mean,
we are going to win the Champions League.
I don't have much.
You got to say something, dude.
It's so bad. I mean, they just lost 4-0 to City in the FA Cup. The fans left the stadium early chanting the song that they used to sing for Xabi Alonso when he used to play for Liverpool. It's bleak. It's honestly very bleak. There's very little. They're just not good this year. At the end of the day, like, as much as I can joke around and be like, "Oh, if we win the Champions League," which is obviously kind of serious kind of joke, Liverpool just isn't good this year. Probably 2/3 of their games they have played bad. And when you do that in April, you have to sit back as a fan and be like, "We're just not good."
That's one perspective, but imagine how much more impressive it will be when they win the Champions League.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Come on.
It is. I mean, we don't have the same allergic reaction to silverware, so there is a chance that we actually just win another trophy.
That's
true. Yeah. That's true.
No, I think the reality, it's going to be a wildly entertaining game. Actual last tactical piece, wildly entertaining game. The good thing that I will say is that when PSG plays Liverpool, I can guarantee you both teams are going to try to just flow and play football. There's going to be a lot of goals, a lot of action, and it will be a very fun watch up until the point that, PSG goes up by 3, 4, 5 goals on aggregate, and then it'll be a less fun watch, but it'll be fun until then.
Well,
fun to me.
Well, look, at the end of the day, I think we're here, as you said, Champions League has that kind of level of matches that you look at all of them and they're all fun as shit. And like,
so fun.
So cool, the matchups, and all the future matchups could be amazing. Like what the semis and the finals could look like.
That's
could
ridiculous.
Be a million different variations of insane. So, I mean, that's what we're here for, right? That's what we're here for, that we're here on an emergency pod because we just had to talk about it. Now, real quick before we hang up.
Yeah.
Looking at Premier League the following weekend, because to your point, Arsenal and Liverpool have a lot of games. And funny enough, although you're still both in the Champions League, when you're looking at the teams that are not in it, that are fighting alongside you in the Prem, there are less games to play. So a benefit of Chelsea not playing this week is that we get City on the weekend, but we don't have games in between, where you guys have to play 4 games over the next 13 days, 12 days.
Yeah.
How are we feeling? What do you think do your teams play their best? Like, how do we think
interestingly
about it?
enough, so I'll go first. So interestingly enough, I actually think right now for both Liverpool and Arsenal, the Champions League match is actually very well timed. Liverpool right now, it can't get any worse. And so all they can do is try to get some momentum in the Champions League where they've overall played pretty well. And similar, I mean, I don't want to take the words out of your mouth, Michael, but Arsenal, after 2 losses in the 2 cup competitions, I think you guys are just itching to get a good result against
This
Sporting.
has been our worst form of the season has been the last 2 games. So any sort of positive result with Sporting will change the tune dramatically, frankly.
Yeah.
Okay.
Although the last thing I will say is the last time we did this, we had a sweet Champions League performance. Then 3 days later, we had a Premier League match. Our manager came out before the match and said he expected his team to be tired, and sure enough, they were. So can we get this guy out of there and just bring in Xabi Alonso? I'm so done with this shit. You can't say that. Motivate your troops.
Yeah.
Just
That's just you can't
just end this. I'm about to get pissed again. Just end this. Just end it.
Okay, I'd like to end with one fun. I'd like to tell one fun story.
Thank you. Let's do
to
that.
end it, and I'm gonna go ahead and bring in my boys to finish this out, which is entertaining because I haven't got to talk about them at all. Which is, if you
That's because they're not in the round of 8 of the Champions League.
That's correct. If you saw, maybe you did, Enzo Maresca, the former Chelsea manager, posted a set of 5 photos of him and his family, like in the Caribbean, like beautiful photos. Enzo Maresca has 740,000 followers. This post got 110,000 likes. I don't need you to necessarily know social math, but that is the highest rate of likes on any photo ever in the history. That is absolutely insane. And if you go to the comments, it is simply thousands of Chelsea fans being like, that's my gaffer. Miss my gaffer. Please come back. I'm like, guys, we ran him out of the building 4 months ago. You couldn't talk enough shit about him in December. And it just shows you how funny. But dude, him like being like a great break on the half season. It's like him in the pool, like with his arms stretched out. It is fucking hilarious. It was the level of petty
the Chelsea,
and then the response is
the
hilarious.
Chelsea fan base and just the Chelsea organization has so many parallels to just like your friend who's just like the perennial dater who can like never actually like commit to a relationship, and then like they always complains about the girlfriend who's with him, and then they break up. Like, I loved her, man. I don't know
whatever happened to her. You know, it's like
what happened to her? You broke up with her,
and then she's gonna get with Man City in the summer. Like, what are we talking about here? And then be the next Pep. Like, what are we talking about here? And then 4 years from now, I'll be like, oh, the one that got away. It's like, no, you let her go. What do you mean the one that got away?
You know, I have to admit, it does feel like that. It does feel like that. Well,
and you know what? You guys got a real good girl with you now. Liam Senior is a good girl.
A little young, but you good. It's nice. Nice.
Make it work. Try to make it work.
I would like to. I would like to make it work. I think we can work it out.
That being said, my manager needs to go.
Yeah, your manager gone.
That being said, my manager that won the league for us last year needs to go.
Done mid-season. Fuck that. Call Dyche. I heard he's available. All right, boys. Well, boys, this was a fun one.
Good stuff.
It was a fun one.
Saves Liverpool in Champions League places. That would be so awesome.
And by the way, let's all remember that Spurs are back in relegation battle this weekend. We're back, baby.
Oh my God, we're back. I totally forgot about that.
We are so back. Sunderland, Tottenham. Let's go.
Is that who it is?
At Sunderland.
Yeah, at Sunderland. At the Stadium of Light.
I mean, that's a loss.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Speaking of which, bye.